Okay, class, this is problem 11-48. It's a little bit more of the basic questions you're asked in variances, chapter 11. So we'll do this and take a look. First of all, here are the standard direct material, standard labor, and then the actual cost. You're always given that information. The other thing is always notice how many actual units did you produce. So here we're producing 2,500 blankets. So we'll begin with the standard cost for direct material, and that's going to be $9 a yard, and 6 yards is obviously 9 times 6 or $54 is the standard cost in direct material. The next question is it's going to ask you what is the actual cost, and so now we have a little bit of extra time. So the actual cost then will be the actual cost for the material, which in this case is going to be 127,575. Divide that by the actual number of yards, 15,750. And so you just have to do a little calculation and put that in the box. Okay, so that kind of takes care of the first part. Check the answer. Well done. Now we'll do the first of the variances. And this will be the price variance, which will be the actual quantity that is purchased. And then we'll multiply that by the difference between the actual price and the standard price. It's always the actual minus the standard. And remember, if the actual is greater than the standard, it's unfavorable. If the actual is less than the standard, it is favorable. So the actual quantity purchased tells us is 15,750. The actual price we just calculated is $8.10. The standard price is $9. So we calculate this amount and it comes out to a 14,175. And because the actual is less than the standard, it's a favorable variance. The quantity variance will then be the standard price times the difference between the actual quantity that's used minus the standard quantity that is used, or the standard quantity allowed, I guess is a better terminology. Again, the standard price is $9. The actual quantity used, they give you in the problem, this is the amount that's purchased. The actual quantity that is used, though, is 15,250. The standard quantity then is the number of blankets, 2,500 blankets, times the yards, the standard yards of 6. And so 2,500 times 6 is 15,000. This time the actual is greater than the standard. And so it's 2,250, and this one is unfavorable. Check the answer. Everything's fine. Now we go to the standard direct labor cost. Standard direct labor cost, we go here, is $19 an hour. It takes 0.5 hours. So we know that 19 times 0.5 is $9.50. The actual cost then will be the cost for labor, which is 25,071. We'll divide that by the number of actual hours of 1370. And so our cost will be $18.30. Moving along to the variances. The first variance we look at is going to be the rate variance for direct labor. That, of course, is going to be the actual hours times the difference between the actual rate, which we just calculated, minus the standard rate, which they will always give you. The actual hours is 1,370. The actual rate we calculated to be $18.30. Oops. And the standard rate is $19. Okay, the standard rate, $19 for labor. The actual is less than the standard, and so we have a favorable variance. All right, and then the last variance we'll do is going to be for the efficiency variance, and that will be the standard rate times the difference between the actual hours minus the standard hours that are allowed. And here again, the standard rate is $19. And I'm taking all of this, of course, from our standardized table. The actual hours it gives us in our actual table of 1370. The standard hours, again, is the 2,500 blankets times the number of hours, which is 0.5. And so that's 2,500 times 0.5, or 1,250. The actual is greater than the standard, so now we have an unfavorable variance of 2280. And I'll let you answer the rest of the questions on your own. Okay, class, I hope that helps.